Welcome back to my channel Pocket Change Coins. If you love discovering hidden treasures and learning about rare US coins, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll reveal some of the most valuable coins that could be worth far more than you think. Stick around till the end, you won't want to miss what these rare gems are really worth. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to enjoy more discoveries in future. Let's dive in. We're going to delve deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics, the United States Liberty $quarter coin from 1965. This coin, often overlooked, holds a special place in history and can be worth much more than you might expect. Stick with us throughout this video as we uncover the story behind this coin, its unique features, and most importantly, its potential value. Trust us, you'll want to stay until the very end because the number we reveal will definitely surprise you. Let's start by taking a trip back to 1965. It was a year of significant change and upheaval in the United States. The country was in the midst of the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War was intensifying, and the economy was undergoing some major shifts. For those who are passionate about coins, 1965 is most notable for the dramatic changes made to U.S. currency. This was the year when the United States decided to stop using silver in many of its coins. The 1965 Liberty $quarter was the last year in which the traditional silver content was used in quarters before they switched to a copper-nickel alloy. Little did people know that this seemingly minor change in the minting process would play a huge role in the coin's rarity and value today. While the 1965 Liberty $quarter was minted in vast quantities, it's important to note that some quarters from this year contain what are known as errors or rare variations, which make them highly desirable to collectors. These variations, typically small details that deviated from the standard minting process, could be something as subtle as off-center strikes, die cracks, or even improperly stamped designs. These unique flaws often make the coin far more valuable than its face value of 25 cents. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this iconic coin. On the obverse side, you'll see the famous image of Lady Liberty, created by the artist John Flanagan. She's gracefully draped in a robe, her hair flowing and surrounded by the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The elegance and detail in her depiction symbolize freedom, democracy, and the strength of the American spirit. The reverse side features an eagle in flight, proudly carrying an olive branch in one talon and a bundle of arrows in the other, representing peace and strength. This design is powerful and timeless, which is why the Liberty $quarter continues to be so beloved among collectors today. But what truly sets the 1965 Liberty $quarter apart is its connection to the larger historical context of U.S. coinage. As mentioned earlier, 1965 marked the beginning of a new era for American currency. The government made the decision to remove silver from many of its coins, and this coin was part of that transitional period. It's an example of how the economic pressures and societal changes of the time impacted not just the lives of Americans, but even the very money they used day to day. Now, let's get to the exciting part. What is this coin actually worth? Most 1965 Liberty $quarters are valued around their face value or slightly above, depending on their condition. However, there are specific coins from this year that have been discovered to be extremely rare due to minting errors or unique characteristics. A 1965 Liberty $quarter that has been graded in excellent condition or one that has an error can be worth significantly more than a few quarters in your pocket. For example, a 1965 Liberty $quarter that was mistakenly struck with a double die or one that has a distinctive minting flaw could fetch a price that many would consider to be beyond their wildest dreams. For collectors who specialize in error coins, finding a 1965 $quarter with these unique features is like discovering a hidden treasure. Coins that show remarkable detail, sharp edges, and minimal wear can also drive up their value in the marketplace. But here's where things get even more interesting. The most well-known of these rare error coins, especially those in near mint condition, have been known to fetch truly jaw-dropping prices. And now, the big reveal: the value of a 1965 Liberty $quarter that's in excellent condition or one with a rare error could be worth a staggering $107,000. That's right, $107,000. It's hard to believe that a simple quarter from 1965 could be worth so much, but when you think about the historical context and the rarity of certain variants, it all starts to make sense. So, if you've got a collection of coins sitting around, it might be time to take another look at those 1965 quarters. The value of these coins can vary widely based on condition, rarity, and any unique errors, so don't just assume they're worth only a few cents. Who knows, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Second expensive coin, we've got something truly exciting for you. We're diving into a coin that not only holds historical significance but also could be worth a small fortune if you have one lying around. We're talking about the 1979 D Liberty quarter dollar from the United States of America. This particular coin may seem like just another piece of change from the late 70s, but trust me when I say that this quarter has much more to offer than meets the eye. Stick with us as we uncover its story, the unique details that make it stand out, and most importantly, the shocking value it can fetch today. Now, let's rewind to 1979. This was a period of significant change in America. The 1970s saw many major shifts, both politically and economically. The country was moving forward in a post-Vietnam War era, grappling with inflation, and dealing with a turbulent economy. Amidst all these changes, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins, including the Liberty quarter dollar, which has been a staple of American currency for many years. The 1979 D Liberty quarter dollar, with the iconic design that's become synonymous with the country's rich history, carries more than just its face value. But what makes this coin particularly special, you ask? Well, it's not just about the design or the time it was minted, it's about the rarity and the circumstances that make this specific coin from 1979 a sought-after collectible. If you've seen a 1979 D Liberty quarter before, you'll recognize the famous Liberty Bell and the eagle depicted on the reverse side. On the obverse, there's the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, who has been featured on the quarter since the 1930s. The design of the coin itself is a reflection of American pride and history, but there's something more subtle that makes the 1979 D version stand out. The key to its rarity lies in its minting and condition. While millions of these coins were made in 1979, not all of them were produced in the same way or in the same condition. The D in the coin's name refers to the mint mark, indicating that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Interestingly, during this time, the Denver Mint produced large quantities of these coins, but it wasn't without a few issues in quality control, which is where the story gets interesting. Some of the 1979 D Liberty quarters had minting errors, such as slight variations in the strike or missing elements that are supposed to appear on the coin. These imperfections, while small, make the coin much more valuable to collectors. In fact, certain 1979 D Liberty quarters, especially those with prominent errors or in near-perfect condition, can fetch prices that will make your jaw drop. If you've got one of these quarters in your collection, you'll want to examine it closely. A coin with the right imperfections, or one in mint condition, is highly desirable among collectors. Coins from this era that were well preserved, without the typical wear and tear that happens when coins are in circulation, are particularly rare. But it's not just about the minting errors or condition. The historical context of the coin adds another layer of intrigue. In 1979, the U.S. was still recovering from economic hardships, and coins like these are a time capsule of that era. They represent a moment in American history when the country was in transition, its economic struggles and resilience reflected in every coin produced. For many collectors, the 1979 D Liberty quarter dollar is a piece of that history. As the years go by, these coins become increasingly harder to find, especially in exceptional condition or with valuable minting errors. And that scarcity, combined with the collector demand, only drives up the value of these coins. Now, the real question is, how much could this coin be worth if you find one in excellent condition? Well, here's the big reveal: a 1979 D Liberty quarter dollar in uncirculated, error-free condition can be worth a few $100s. However, if you've got one with a rare error, or in near-perfect condition, it could easily be worth much more. And here's the kicker: an exceptionally rare 1979 D Liberty quarter can fetch as much as $85,000. Yes, you heard that right, $85,000. That's a mind-blowing amount for a coin that many people overlook as just another quarter. So, if you've come across a 1979 D Liberty quarter in your collection, or perhaps you've got one tucked away in your spare change jar, it might be time to pull it out and give it a second look. Who knows, you could be holding onto a coin worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. Third rare coin, we've got an exciting story about a coin that might just be hiding in your collection or sitting in your change jar without you even realizing its true value. We're talking about the United States Liberty $quarter coin from 1993, specifically the P Mint Mark version. You might be thinking, a 1993 quarter? That doesn't sound too special. But you'd be surprised. This seemingly ordinary coin actually has the potential to be worth far more than you think, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why. So, stick with us as we explore the history, the rarity, and most importantly, the incredible value of the 1993 P Liberty quarter. Let's take a moment to go back in time to 1993. The United States was in a period of economic recovery after the early 1990s recession, and there was a lot of political and social change going on in the country. But despite all of these changes, one thing stayed the same: people were using coins like the Liberty quarter for everyday transactions. The Liberty quarter from 1993, like many quarters produced during this period, was minted in Philadelphia, marked with the P Mint mark. However, what most people didn't know back then was that some of these coins would end up becoming highly valuable collector's items in the future. While most 1993 P quarters might not stand out at first glance, the true value lies in their rarity and condition. Over time, the U.S. Mint produced billions of quarters with the same basic design, the image of Lady Liberty on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. These coins were mass-produced and circulated widely, which means they were often used in day-to-day transactions, leading to significant wear and tear. However, finding a 1993 quarter that has been preserved in mint condition is incredibly rare, and that's where the value comes in. Coins that have been carefully stored or kept in pristine condition are highly sought after by collectors. And this 1993 P Liberty quarter is no exception. The key to its worth lies in its flawless condition. The more pristine a coin is, the higher its potential value. A coin that shows little to no signs of wear, with sharp details and clear designs, is far more valuable than one that has been worn down through years of circulation. So, if you happen to have a 1993 P Liberty quarter that looks like it just came from the mint, it could be worth much more than face value, but the rarity and value of the 1993 P quarter don't end there. There's something else that adds to its allure: errors. If you've ever heard about coins with minting mistakes, you know that these error coins can fetch astronomical prices in the market. Even the smallest flaw, such as a doubled die or an off-center strike, can make a coin exponentially more valuable. Some 1993 P quarters have been discovered with these types of minting errors, and when collectors find one, they are willing to pay a premium for it. For example, the double die error occurs when the coin's design is stamped more than once, causing the features of the coin to appear doubled or blurry. This can make the coin appear quite unusual and highly desirable to collectors looking for rare specimens. Minting errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting because they're essentially one of a kind. If you come across a 1993 P quarter with such an error, it could drastically increase its value. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this beautiful coin. The obverse side of the 1993 Liberty quarter features the timeless portrait of Lady Liberty, designed by John Flanagan. Lady Liberty is shown in profile, her hair flowing and her face full of strength and grace. The words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" are inscribed around her image, symbolizing the core values of the United States. On the reverse side, we see the iconic eagle, which holds an olive branch in one talon and a bundle of arrows in the other, representing peace and strength. The eagle is perched proudly, embodying the power and unity of the nation. This classic design, which has been used on quarters since 1932, is instantly recognizable and continues to be one of the most beloved coin designs in American history. So, how much could this 1993 p Liberty quarter actually be worth? As we've mentioned, its value depends largely on its condition and whether it has any minting errors. A 1993 quarter in excellent condition, free of any wear or damage, can be worth far more than just a few quarters in your pocket. But the true value is revealed and you factor in a rare error or unique feature. Coins that are both error-free and in top condition can be worth much more in the collector's market, as they become prized possessions for serious numismatists. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much is the 1993 p Liberty quarter worth? If you happen to have one in flawless, uncirculated condition, or if you're lucky enough to own one with a rare minting error, your coin could be worth as much as $76,000. That's right, $76,000. It's incredible to think that a coin worth only 25 cents when it was minted could now be worth tens of thousands of dollars. But that's the magic of coin collecting, where rarity, condition, and unique features can turn a simple coin into a true treasure. Now, we've got a real gem to discuss: the United States Liberty $quarter coin from 1973. You might think, a quarter from 1973? That can't be worth much. Well, think again. This coin may be older than you remember, but there's something about it that makes it incredibly valuable to collectors. Stick with us until the end of the video, because what we're about to reveal might just blow your mind. Let's take a step back in time to 1973. It was a year of significant change in the United States. The country was still in the midst of the Vietnam War, Watergate was unfolding, and the country was facing economic challenges, including the oil crisis. It was a turbulent time, and during this era, the U.S. Mint continued to produce quarters as part of the standard circulation. The 1973 Liberty quarter was part of this effort, featuring the familiar design of Lady Liberty on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse. But here's the thing: while most quarters from this time were made in large quantities and circulated widely, the ones that were kept in pristine condition or those that have rare characteristics can be worth far more than the 25 cents they were initially valued at. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1973 Liberty quarter so special in the world of coin collecting? It's all about rarity, condition, and minting errors. While most of these quarters were minted in high volumes, what makes certain 1973 quarters so valuable is that over time, only a small number of them have survived in excellent condition. A lot of them have been worn down from years of use, but finding one that's in mint or near mint condition is like finding a hidden treasure. These coins, when properly preserved, are highly sought after by collectors who are always on the lookout for coins that are as close to their original minting state as possible. But the real story behind the 1973 Liberty quarter's value isn't just about its condition, it's about the errors. Minting errors are one of the most exciting and unpredictable aspects of coin collecting. These mistakes can add a significant amount of value to an otherwise ordinary coin. For the 1973 Liberty quarter, there are a number of potential errors that can make certain coins much more valuable than others. Some coins may have been struck with double dies, causing the image on the coin to appear blurred or doubled. Others may have been minted off-center, leaving part of the coin missing or poorly defined. Even subtle errors like die cracks or misaligned designs can make a huge difference in the value of a coin. So, if you happen to come across a 1973 Liberty quarter with a noticeable error, you could be holding on to a very rare and valuable piece of American history. Coins with these kinds of mistakes are often worth much more than their face value, and some can fetch substantial amounts at auctions or from private collectors. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1973 Liberty quarter. On the obverse, you'll find the famous portrait of Lady Liberty, designed by John Flanagan. She's shown in profile, with her flowing hair and an expression that embodies the spirit of freedom. The word "Liberty" is inscribed above her head, with the phrase, "In God We Trust," just to the right. This design has been a staple of American quarters for decades, symbolizing the ideals of freedom and democracy. On the reverse side, you'll see the majestic eagle, wings outstretched, holding an olive branch in one talon and a bundle of arrows in the other. This powerful symbol represents the strength and unity of the United States. The eagle design has become synonymous with the American spirit, embodying both the peace and readiness of the nation. So, we've covered the history, the design, and the rarity of the 1973 Liberty Quarter. But you're probably wondering, how much is this coin really worth? Well, as we've mentioned, it all comes down to the coin's condition and whether it has any rare features or minting errors. If you happen to have a 1973 Liberty Quarter that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're already in good shape. But if your coin also has a minting error or some other unique feature, its value could skyrocket. Are you ready for the big reveal? A 1973 Liberty Quarter, especially one that has been well preserved or has a rare error, could be worth as much as $60,000. That's right, $60,000. It's hard to believe, but that's the potential value of this seemingly ordinary coin from 1973. Of course, the price depends on the condition of the coin and any unique features it might have, but for the lucky few who have these rare and valuable specimens, the payoff can be extraordinary. Next coin, we have something truly exciting to discuss: the United States Liberty Quarter dollar coin from 1997, specifically the P Mint Mark version. At first glance, this may seem like just another coin from the late 90s, but trust me, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick around because we're going to explore what makes this coin so special and, more importantly, why it could be worth a small fortune. Let's take a quick trip back in time to 1997. It was a year when the world was buzzing with change. The United States had just entered the digital age, and things were shifting politically, socially, and economically. The economy was strong, the tech boom was starting to take off, and the country was in a period of relative peace. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued to produce everyday coins like the Liberty Quarter, which featured the same iconic design that has stood the test of time. However, in the case of the 1997 P Liberty Quarter, the real value lies not in its design, but in the rarity and condition of the coin today. Now, you might be thinking, how can a coin from 1997 be valuable? That's not that long ago. Well, the truth is that while many 1997 Liberty Quarters were minted in high quantities and circulated widely, a select few have become highly sought after by collectors. These quarters weren't just everyday pocket change, some of them were kept in pristine condition, and others have rare characteristics that make them stand out in the world of numismatics. The first thing to consider when determining the value of a 1997 P Liberty Quarter is its condition. Like all coins, the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. The more pristine the coin, the higher the demand. This means that a 1997 P quarter in uncirculated, mint condition could fetch a much higher price than one that's been heavily used or worn down from years of circulation. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are as close to their original, pristine state as possible, and a perfectly preserved 1997 quarter can be an absolute gem in any collection. But wait, there's more. The true value of the 1997 P Liberty Quarter isn't just tied to its condition, it's also tied to its rarity. This particular coin isn't as common as you might think. While millions of these quarters were produced, very few of them have survived in near-perfect condition, which adds to their rarity. When a coin is minted in large quantities and used in circulation, it's expected that the vast majority of them will eventually wear down, get lost, or simply fall out of circulation. That's why finding a coin from 1997 that's been kept in excellent condition is a rare find and an important factor in its value. In addition to condition and rarity, another element that can add value to a coin like the 1997 P Liberty Quarter is the possibility of minting errors. Errors in the minting process can result in a coin with unique features that set it apart from the rest. For example, there could be a misaligned die, which means the image stamped onto the coin isn't properly aligned, or a double die error, where the design appears slightly blurry or doubled due to an issue with the minting press. These types of errors are highly desirable in the world of coin collecting, and they can significantly increase the value of a coin. So, if you have a 1997 p quarter with a unique error, you might just be holding onto something truly special. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design of this quarter. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic portrait of Lady Liberty, designed by John Flanagan. This powerful image of Liberty, with her flowing hair and confident expression, symbolizes freedom and strength, representing the ideals upon which the United States was founded. Surrounding Lady Liberty is the inscription "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," which further emphasize the coin's connection to American values. On the reverse side, you'll see the majestic eagle, perched proudly with its wings spread wide, holding an olive branch and a bundle of arrows. This powerful symbol of the eagle has become synonymous with the strength and unity of the United States. The eagle is a reminder of the nation's resilience and readiness to defend its ideals, and it continues to be one of the most enduring symbols in American coinage. So, after all this, you're probably wondering, how much can the 1997 p Liberty quarter really be worth? Well, as we've discussed, it depends on several factors: the coin's condition, its rarity, and whether it has any minting errors. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1997 p quarter could already be worth more than its face value. But if you happen to find one with a rare minting error, or if it's in pristine condition, you could be looking at a serious collector's item. Ready for the big reveal: a 1997 p Liberty quarter, especially one in excellent condition or with a rare error, could be worth as much as $41,000. Yes, that's $41,000. It's incredible to think that a quarter minted just a few decades ago could be worth so much today. But when you consider the rarity, the condition, and the potential for minting errors, it's easy to see how this seemingly ordinary coin can hold such significant value. Last coin, we're diving into one of the most interesting and valuable coins from the early 80s, the 1983 D Liberty quarter dollar. While it may seem like just another quarter from a few decades ago, there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick with us to the end, because you'll be amazed by what we've uncovered about its true value in today's market. Let's take a quick trip back to 1983. It was a year of cultural shifts, technological advancements, and political developments. The US was in the midst of the Reagan era, with the economy booming, but the country was also going through significant changes. The 1983 D Liberty quarter, like many coins of the time, was part of the daily circulation and used in everyday transactions. However, what makes this coin interesting isn't necessarily its historical context, but the fact that a certain percentage of these coins were minted with slight variations, errors, or were preserved in such a way that they have become highly sought after by collectors. At first glance, the 1983 D Liberty quarter might not seem that special. But if you take a closer look, you'll see that not all 1983 D quarters are created equal. What really gives this coin its value is the scarcity of well-preserved examples. While millions of these quarters were produced at the Denver Mint, a large portion of them have been lost over time or damaged due to the wear and tear of circulation. However, a few lucky individuals have managed to hold on to these coins in nearly pristine condition, making them highly desirable to collectors today. But it doesn't stop there. Another reason the 1983 D Liberty quarter has become so valuable is due to the possibility of minting errors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in unique features or imperfections on a coin. These errors are rare, and when collectors find a coin with a minting error, they often go to great lengths to acquire it. The 1983 D Liberty quarter is no exception. Errors such as double dies, die cracks, and off-center strikes have been found on some of these coins, adding significant value to their worth. When we talk about double dies, we're referring to a situation where the design is struck onto the coin more than once, leading to a doubled appearance of the images and text. These types of errors are particularly prized by collectors because they are so unusual and make the coin one of a kind. Even a slight misalignment or misstrike can dramatically increase the value of the coin, making it a treasure for collectors looking for something special to add to their collection. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the design of the 1983 D Liberty quarter. The obverse of the coin features the well-known portrait of Lady Liberty, designed by John Flanagan. Lady Liberty is shown in profile, exuding strength and grace with her flowing hair and calm expression. The word Liberty arches across the top of the coin, while the motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the right of her. This design has been a hallmark of American quarters for decades and symbolizes the enduring ideals of freedom and democracy. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the majestic eagle, a powerful symbol of the United States. The eagle is shown with its wings spread wide, clutching an olive branch and a bundle of arrows. The eagle represents strength, peace, and the balance of power that the nation upholds. The words, "United States of America," encircle the eagle, while the denomination, $quarter, appears beneath it. This image has long been associated with the spirit of the U.S. and its proud heritage. So, what makes the 1983 Liberty Quarter so special in the world of coin collecting? The answer lies in a combination of factors. First, the coin's condition plays a huge role. A quarter that's been kept in mint condition or near mint condition is worth far more than one that's been worn down by years of circulation. A coin that's been carefully stored, without scratches, discoloration, or other signs of wear, is a prized find for collectors. Second, the rarity of these coins adds another layer of value. The number of 1983 Liberty quarters that have survived in excellent condition is far lower than the number originally minted, making them harder to find and, therefore, more valuable. Now, let's get to the most exciting part, the price. If you happen to have a 1983 Liberty quarter in pristine condition, or even one that features a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. A coin like this, in top-notch condition or with unique characteristics, could be worth a jaw-dropping $85,000. Yes, you heard that right, $85,000. It's amazing to think that a coin with a face value of just 25 cents could be worth so much, but that's the power of rarity, condition, and the fascinating world of minting errors. So, next time you're digging through your coin jar or scouring through your collection, make sure to take a closer look at any 1983 Liberty quarters you might have. With their potential for rare minting errors and their increasing value among collectors, you might just have a hidden treasure waiting for you. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin and want to know more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!